Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. So I'm really excited to start today's video. Today's video is all about how we are going to solve some problems on strings. And you can see on my screen we have three major problems with us: reverse your string, palindrome check, counting vowels in a string, and so on. There are many more videos coming on strings part as well. This particular video is the first one on strings, and which is of very easy level. You can treat this as a high school Python programming class. Okay, if you are someone just beginning your Python journey, this video will be a great fit for you. Okay, so make sure you watch the video till the end, and you also like my video. If you like it, you also subscribe to my channel if you want more such updates on the Python problem solving series. I also created a curated playlist especially for Python problem solving series. In this particular series, what you can learn is you can learn how to solve problems and also understand the concepts as well. So in order to begin our journey, let's start the intro. Okay, so first things first, we'll check what is reverse your string, and I hope whoever watching this video has little to basic understanding of Python programming. Okay, like what is functions, what are strings, like what is a tuple, what is a list, and all these things. If you don't have any such introduction to Python, you can watch one of my video which will be somewhere in the playlist. I'll tag that here in the I, so you can click that I and you can watch the particular video. Okay, so let's see our first problem. What we have to do here, we have to reverse my string. Okay, so I'll use the concepts here. So I'll use something like function. Okay, functions concept, and also I will use something called string slicing, which is one way of doing it. Okay, let me define a function. I wanted to reverse my string, so reverse string. Okay, so I'll pass a parameter to it, that is, let's say, string s. Okay, and then I'll do something like return s of double colon of -1. Okay, so as soon as I run this, I'll get a reverse string. You wanted to check how? You need to call the function, that's it. So I can put reverse string of hello for now. Okay, you can see I simply got it. Okay, but trust me, if you do in this way in your coming interview, it will not going to work. So we'll check how we can write the loop in a basic traditional programming way and how we can reverse a string. Okay, so for that, what we can do is we can take some variable called name or something string. You can take any variable. I'll put it Python. Okay, so as soon as you put it Python, what you can do something like, you can run a for loop on it for I, or let me put for char in name, not in name, in range of length of name. Let's debug once to check what my char looks like. Print of name of my characters. Okay, see, I got something like Python, but I want something an output like this. Okay, in order to get such output, what we can do is, instead of putting it here, I'll use something called negative indexing. Okay, I'll start with 1 and I'll increment my end value to +1. So now I can do something like name of character with negative indexing. Okay, so that will give me this one, but still I am not getting my output as this. So let me modify my print parameters, that means my arguments. Let me keep it like this. So yep, I got it. I got something like a string. Okay, so this is how you can do it. What I did here, I just use the concept of negative indexing here. Okay, that's it. Negative indexing. Okay, negative index is a concept only available in Python. What you can do, let's say this is your hello. Okay, let me take up a notepad. Okay, you have your hello. Okay, and this is your general indexing: 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is your general indexing. But when it comes to negative indexing, it will start something like this. Okay, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So that's the reason I added see, this is my length of the name, so I can go till length of the name. In order to go till length of the name, I have to add +1 here, and I'm starting from 1 and I'm putting a minus symbol here. That means it will start my indexing from here part, this part, O L L E H. Okay, so if I change this into hello, I'll get in the reverse order. Okay, that's what negative indexing means. Basically, it will start from the back if you are using negative index. It will start from the beginning if you are using from 0. Okay, that's the concept of negative indexing here. You can reverse your string in that simple steps. Okay, now let's go for a palindrome check. Palindrome. So what is palindrome? Palindrome is something, if you read a string from forward or backward, it will be read as same. Let's see a quick example. Let me go to the notepad. Let's say if I wanted to check for something like noon. Okay, see, if you read it from forward or backward, it will be noon only, correct? N-O-O-N, N-O-O-N. It will be same. So this is a palindrome string. Okay, it's that simple. And if you want to put something like Python, it's not a palindrome string because it was read as Python from the forward and from the backward Nohtyp. So that is not the same. So this is not a palindrome. So whenever I pass something like this, I should get a true output, and whenever I am passing something like this, I should get a false output. Okay, let's do that. How we can do? We can simply follow this approach. Since we already saw the reversing of a string part, we can compare my original string with my reversed string and can return whether it is true or not. If they are equal, it is true. If they are not equal, it is false. Just compare your original string with reversed string. Okay, it can be sentence or a word. Okay, let's do that. Def palindrome check for a string. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll do something like I'll convert everything into lowercase first. It is based on problems part. Okay, if your problem is case sensitive, you need not to go for lowering and all. If your problem is not case sensitive, you can go to lower. Okay, and if it is based on your sentences and what are all the constraints you have, you can do along with it. So I'm considering here need not to be case sensitive. Okay, and no constraint on spaces part. Okay, for that I'm doing this part. So s equal to s dot lower. Okay, and I'm also replacing if I have any spaces in between. So for that I can do something like this. Okay, and then I'll directly return my s, whether my s equal to my reversed string or not. Okay, it's that simple. Let's check some palindrome check on no unbound local error. That means s is not referenced. Okay, it is capital S. I am using small s there. Let me rerun the code. Yeah, I got true. Okay, so I got something like true, and let me put Python here in the place of noon. So I got false. You see, it's that easy in Python. Okay, so I hope this is making sense and it is clear for you. So far we have seen what is reverse your string and how can you do it in two different ways. How to check for palindrome. You can also use this as a function and you can use it here. There is no issue. And yeah, let's go to counting vowels in a string. For counting vowels in a string, we should know like what is vowels, right? So for that, what we can do, vowels are something. Vowels are letters like A, E, I, O, U. Okay, these are my vowels. It can be uppercase or it can be lowercase. Okay, anything is called as a vowel. Okay, any character that is representing one of them is a vowel. Okay, so if I have a string, I have to count how many vowels are there in my particular string. Let's say I have something called example equal to Python. Okay, now how many vowels I have here? P, Y, T, H, O. Only one vowel present here because that is O. Okay, I have to count this. How can I do that? It's very simple. Def count vowel. I'll pass a string. Okay, I'll pass a string s. I'm just passing s all the time just to make my task easier. That's it. Okay, you can put anything there. Okay, so then what I can do now, I can iterate through my string. Okay, for I, or let me check for character in my string. Okay, if my character in what vowel. Okay, so I can put a string called vowel inside, that is a, let me put it in string A, E, I, O, U. So for making the task even easier, what I will do, I will convert my string to s dot lower. So now my string is entirely lower and I can count the OS directly. Okay, if my character in vowel, what I'll do, I'll increase my count. Okay, let me initialize another variable called count is equal to 0, and let me tell my count less equal to 1. Okay, I hope this is clear, and I'll return my count. Let me check for Python count vowel. So for that vowel, let me give an input called Python. Okay, it's only one. Let me check for vowel only. Vowel, I have to. Okay, let's try to debug this part, how this thing is working internally. Okay, with the help of a Python visualizer. What is Python visualizer? It is a specific tool. Okay, how you can do? Let me start from the beginning again. Okay, so you can go here. You can go to something like Python visualizer. There will be something visualize code in Python, JavaScript, C, C++, etc. You can go here, you can paste your code. You have to make sure that your program is running. How to put count vowel of something like let's say vowel only. Okay, and you can start visualizing your execution. Then what you can do, you can debug step by step. Okay, so let's see. It will be creating something, a global frame for your function count vowel, and you have one parameter in it. Okay, and then let me call, what's my parameter here? Now I have given my argument as s equal to vowel, so s is assigned with vowel, that is my argument here. Okay, and let's say I have another variable now called vowel. Now I was inside my function, my vowel is AEIOU, and I converted everything into s dot lower. Now my count is 0 initially before running the for loop. As soon as I start running the for loop, I have a variable called char that will be assigned with each of the character in my argument. Okay, so for that, what you can do, you can start running the iterating over the for loop. So my first character is v, whether that v is in this vowel or not. Is v in the vowel? No, it's not. So it will go back and it will reiterate. It will check for o. Yes, my character o is in my vowel, right? So what it will do, it will go inside and it will increment my count. That means my count will be changed to 1 now. It will be updated to 1 now after seeing an vowel. Okay, that means whenever I am seeing a character which is vowel, I am incrementing my counter. Okay, clear? So let's go for w. Is w is in vowel? No, it's not. So let me go back to the for loop and iterate again. E, it will check for e. Is my character e is in vowel? Yes, it is. Then let's increment the count. Cool. So next it will go and reiterate the loop and it will check for L. It will again tell it that L is not in the vowel. So it will return my value as 2. Okay, that's it. End of the program. I hope you understand this and enjoyed this particular video. And for more such videos, you can follow my playlist. There is a spectacular playlist coming in. Okay, especially we'll learn the concept with the help of different problems. See, you have learned like lower. There is a method called lower in strings, and there is also a method called replacing strings. And you have seen how the string slicing is happening, and you have also seen how the palindrome check is happening. Okay, you understood what the palindrome is, and there are more such problems existed, and we are going to solve each of them. Okay, so in order to follow them and in order to get notification whenever you want, do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that whenever I upload a video, you will get your notification without missing any single video. Okay, and if you like my content, please do share and give a like to the current video which you're watching. And if you have any doubts, please do comment them in the below section, and make sure you check my description box so that you will get this particular notebook in my GitHub. Okay, thank you so much guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.